Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. 200 episodes ago, this began as a whisper of truth, a whisper of hope, a whisper of love calling out to be remembered in a world that had forgotten what it means to feel. We've talked about many things since then, about pain, forgiveness, memory, and transformation, about the small, quiet ways love shows up when no one else does, about courage and choice, about seeing and being seen. And today we arrive at a moment to look back, to feel the journey beneath our feet, and to realize something powerful. This is your becoming. There's a reason we don't always notice change while it's happening. Because becoming is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't ask for applause. It moves through your choices. It curls itself into the corners of your hardest moments. It settles in your silence, whispering, you are becoming someone new, someone softer, someone stronger, and most of all, someone that's more loving. Not because everything got easier, but because you chose to love anyway. Maybe there were days you didn't think you were growing, days you felt lost, days when love seemed like a foolish dream or a memory you couldn't quite reach. And yet, here you are, still listening, still feeling, still trying. That's not weakness, guys. That's becoming. Becoming means choosing love even when it would be easier to close off. Becoming means holding space for others, not because they always deserve it, but because you've realized that love doesn't need permission. Becoming means facing your own reflection and saying, I forgive you, and then meaning it. 200 episodes, 200 chances to come home to yourself, 200 reminders that you're not broken, just in progress. And every step you've taken, every thread you've followed, has brought you closer to the truth that love is who you are. Not something you can earn, not something you give away until you're empty, not something you have to prove either, but something you are. So today we celebrate our journey, not with fanfare or spectacle, but with reverence, with quiet awe at the threads that you've gathered, at the hurts you've mended, and at the bridges you've built, and at the self that you've reclaimed. You have not wasted this journey, even when it felt like standing still, even when you wandered off the path, even when you had to crawl. You were becoming the whole time. That's the fun of this. And here's the beautiful part, guys. You're not done. Becoming never ends. Not for those who live with love at the center. Because every act of kindness, every time you choose empathy over judgment, every moment You soften your heart instead of hardening it. You shift the world. That's the magic of love. It doesn't need a title or a platform. It just needs a willing soul. And that's you. You're someone who is learning how to love more freely. Someone who is waking up to the beauty that's always been inside you. Someone who understands that becoming isn't about perfection. It's about presence. So today, on this milestone, I honor you. Not just for listening, but for choosing this journey, for daring to grow, for allowing love to transform you thread by thread. And if you ever doubt that, if you ever doubt that you are making a difference, let this episode remind you, you already are. You are the difference. You don't need to become anything other than your most loving self. And that self is already in you, already rising and already radiant. This is your becoming. And it's just the beginning, guys. It's just the beginning. I love you all very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on. Later, Gators. Talk to you soon. Happy 200.